Right, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to sort this Merc out. The weather's nice, I don't know how long it's going to be nice for, so we need to get this car cracked off and get it finished. So in one video we're going to do everything. We're going to do the brakes, because it's been packed up quite a while this, you know, we've sorted the seat out. We're looking at the state of the brakes. They're a bit crusty and a bit rusty. So we're going to have to do that. We'll sort the brakes out, front brakes out. Have a look at this handbrake. I've never seen this handbrake on one of these inside the shoes. But we know we've done the seat temporary until we find something for that. I did find somewhere for an airbag over in Australia. Never bought from over there. So it could be a bit of a nightmare. So that could be an option, is to get that. But all in all, it looks like it's been a well cared for car at some point, and something's just happened to that front bumper. We're going to sort all that out and get this thing back on the road. We're still waiting for the logbook to come back. We've got a bit of an issue with the plates. I might do a bit of a video on documents and reg plates and stuff. So we've got a bit of a funny issue going on with the reg plates for this. But hopefully it'll get sorted out by the time this car's done. So these are the brakes. They don't even... They're just locked up. I think they've been force strong when I'm pushing it, driving it about. They're not very well. So we're gonna obviously fit all this. This is the oil for an SLK 280, the 530. Like I've said many times, if you just pop your reg plate in to Motor Parts Direct or the FAA website, it'll tell you the oils for the gearbox, the engine oils, temperatures and stuff like that. These are our rear discs. And these are nice shiny new ones, obviously not going to rust, because they have that alloy zinc coating on, which is really helpful. Got some new pads. They look like squeal plates or something. They come supplied with it because it needs them. Don't need my phone, do we? So got new bolts there for the carriers for the front, and our blue pads for the front as well. So let's get on, let's get this stuff done. We're waiting for an air filter to turn up for it. Our air filter's been a V6. We'll have to change them, but let's get these brakes done. And let's have a look at this handbrake, shall we? Because it's got the shoes inside the discs, I believe, look. Right, let's get the gear and let's have a go. So, let's get this caliper off. See what these shoes look like, shall we? Oh no. Oh heck. What's happened here? So it looks like what we thought. The discs have got lipped and the shoes aren't even coming off, so it were never coming off that, was it? Let's be honest, I've probably cracked it doing that, but they ain't coming off there, have I? Look at the state of them. That's why it ain't been tourists. But we've kind kind of ding this a bit, but should better just push that back. I think it's just the we're gonna have to. If I just done something really stupid then, should I have backed? If I done something really daft there, should I have backed that off using that hole? But the adjuster's right in. Can you see? Look. So the adjuster's right in. Kind of battered that. I might see if I can get some more of these. Yeah, that disc backer goes over the top of that hub like that. We kind of hit it there a bit, but we can straighten it out. It's a little bit rusty in it, but I think we could be in a bit of trouble, couldn't we, taking that off, that hub especially. Let's have a look and see how we get this hub off, shall we? I don't want to create more problems than what I've got already. I think we're leaving this one. But, you know, it is a bit rusty, but, you know, they're doing the job. They're only there to protect the discs, and that's what they're doing, so we'll straighten them out. Why brush them up? Come and make some up for that, couldn't we, to stop it back? It's not doing any harm though. It's just old, isn't it? It's just old. Right. Yeah, let's straighten it up and get this side cleaned off, then go around the other side. So there we go. I've cleaned that pin up. I've cleaned that up in there. I've just popped it on there. We'll slide this on here. Hopefully it's going to go on. There we go. And then we'll get this bolted up. Let's get round the other side and let's get that one done. I'll get the wheels on, I'll drop it on the floor, and then we'll get onto the front, which we've got quite a bit of work to do up front of it to get it on the road, so let's crack on with that. Right then, sorted. Picture that. Seen it the wrong way, if you know what I mean. So by having that, we're allowing that to happen. So what I do is I get a rag and I just soak a little bit out of it. So that's what I'm going to do now. There we go, look. And as I push the brakes gently back onto the calipers, we'll just refill it. Then we know we've gone from there. So somebody may have topped this up. Right, what I'll do is I'll just re-wobble it. Let's put this at this side in case we ever. There we go. Right. Let's get our pads out. Said before, this blue stuff, it's more of a. It's got a rubber feel to it. It helps with braking, friction, and the bedding in process. and it does work really well. So we're going to do, I do this, I just put a little bit on my corners there and a little bit on my pad. Probably doesn't need it, but this is just, I'm afraid, habit that I have. Not much, it just stops, just helps let them slide a little bit. There we go. So we'll stick that this side. That can go in there like that. And then this side is there and there like that. That'll do it. So we'll pop this in. It is a little bit worn and the wire has just started to show through, but hopefully it will be okay. I don't damage it now, we've got it all this way into it. So that just sits in there like that. And that'll live another day hopefully. Right, let's get this caliper on. There we go. Simple as that. Got my own toolbox on my drive, and we made them look a bit shinier than the wrecked things that they were. Yep, finished. So I've repaired these cracks. I've got some more glue for there. So I've just glued that one up the same way I did this one, but I've got some filler. It's supposed to be doing for bodies and plastic bumpers. It does smell a bit. I'm just going to mix like you do normal car filler. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but I can't seem to find out on the tin exactly how much you're supposed to add. But let's we don't want to waste this stuff because we might use it for other stuff, so that might do both actually. And we'll just put not that much, you think? Alright. Right, so we'll let that dry and then we'll flip it over, and I might run my little die grinding bit through the actual crack and put some more in of this stuff. Right, so let's have a go at this one first. This is it here. We're going to try and sort of repair it if we can. Have to put the sander on it and give it a tickle up, I think, to get it rough, and then we can stick it. we'll start back up here. Right, let's try and get this one sorted. Right, let's get some stuck on this before it goes off. I don't know it dries like this stuff, so it could be for a nightmare trying to sand it, but right. I've stood that on like concrete, I've got no idea. So what we'll have to do is let that dry, then we'll have a look at it and see if we can sand it off. Back in a minute. So we're hit and miss with weather. So after about 2 hours of sanding, this is what we've got. So we've got this bit repaired here. That was the one with just the crack down there, and this quite severe one here, this side here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some black eye build on it. I think that'll do. I think that'll do for that side and do for that. We'll let that dry. We've got a little bit of something to sort out here. Got like a little crack thing there to sort out, but that's the idea of this, is let this stuff settle and we'll let it dry off and flash off overnight. And then we'll get some grey primer and we'll just touch up where I've gone through where the stone chips are. Hopefully it'll be alright. I better bring it in now because it's raining. I better wash my gun out. So let's come back to it. Right, so we've let this flash off. I think it looks alright. Better than it did. Got all the damage sorted, didn't we? So let's get it some paint and see what happens. coat, we'll come back and we'll hit it again. Second coat now, let's give it a go. Getting a little bit better, aren't we? I think that's going to have to do. I can't risk it anymore. Like I said, the weather's turning. I don't paint stuff in here for stuff I have in here as well, so I have to cover a lot of stuff up. Let's see what that drives like, shall we? And then we can get it on the car. We need to do something else, like Brian says, leave it, go do something else. That's what we're going to do. We'll turn this compressor off. And then we're going to go now and balance up the air. We'll change the oil and filters. We've got the sumps off, so let's go do the oil and filter on it. And then we're ready to go, aren't we? Right, I'll wash this gun out. Let's go service it. Something up there on this. Like I say, I can't. It's hard to film under here, but we will get a ramp at some point. We will find somebody who's got one. I don't want to buy a second-hand one, like, because I don't know if they'll be any good. But there's the nut there. There's a lot of oil in this, so hopefully this thing here will fill it. We'll drain the oil and then we'll come back up top and then we'll try and work out how to do this air filter and stuff. There's a gearbox pan there. How are you supposed to do that on floor? Do you know what I mean? It's not going to do it, is it? We need to get it up in air and drain it. It'd be a great thing to do. So anyway, needs must. Let's get this oil out and then we'll come up top and have a look. Give me a minute, I'll start to drain it. Oh, it's a nightmare, isn't it, on floor. Right, plug this back in here. So how on earth we do this, I've got no idea. Not let it get into difficulty. Right, this airbox. So how does it come off? Does the clip feel off? Let's get the screwdriver and pop that clip off. Probably, it looks a bit. Looks like it. that back on there. Oh wow. Like I said, I've never worked on one of these, so looking at it, I don't think I want to up to me. It's a airbox is done this way up. Let's go get a Torx bit. Bit of sand and stuff in there. These are a bit, a bit dirty, aren't they? Let's get a cloth and clean it out. Brand new one in. Up now, weather's turning. Probably as dirty as the other one, I think, if it's running the same. Yeah, look. Don't want all that going in the engine, do we? Looks a bit sandy, doesn't it? All's good now. Nice new shiny one. Clean one, shiny. Yeah, I don't think I got that quite signed there properly. Just make sure it's over that lip. That done, no specialist tools. Oh, definitely needed changing, so they're out the door. We'll give this a bit of a wipe over and finish. Right, pop the sun plug back in. And then we'll get on with the oil. Right. That's a lot of oil. Right, let's get this oil filter off if we can. No. Yeah, I could probably quite easily crack that, I think. Not the best thing, so we'll have to look into some oil thing, cap, tool, whatever they are. Let's get That's pretty cack, innit, that? Had to look well at all, does it, that one? Does it go one way up or other? But it's pretty naff, that, innit? However, this one isn't. Bit of a difference there, isn't there? Let's put that on like that. I've got a new O-ring for those. What I'll do is I'll just pop a bit of oil around that seal and it should help it go down over that. That'll do us, I think. Right. So the next thing we need is a very large oil container. Let's put some oil in it. And what's recommended for this is the FIA 530 FS, fully synthetic. So let's get this in. I think it's going to take quite a few of these. I think it takes one, like I say, about 7 odd litres, I think. So this one's going to go all the way in. It's a lot of oil, this, isn't it? There we go, that's one in. So we'll let that go down and we'll come put the other one in. Give it a few minutes to get rid of this old oil. So there we go. I don't think we're anywhere near got dipstick yet. Well, it's not like a van one. It's absolutely garbage on them, isn't it? Dead simple to read. Empty. Full. We should. I don't even think we'll be on it. I'll go for a quick look. Just on it there, look. Right, so let's go for, we think about 7 litres, we think. So we're just coming up past minimum. Be looking after it best we can, regular servicing. But are these cars driven all year round? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Don't see why not. Pop this on. Right, so we're gonna have to sort that out. So that's bust. There, look. So we'll have to get one from Mercedes or something, or look online. 3 litre V6 airbox rubber. Make a note of And these little grommets here, you see, they go in there, so we just nick a bit off there. Not much, it's just enough to hopefully not get them stuck. Not ideal that, but we need to wash the engine bay. We need to get some sort of what people call it, engine dressing, whatever it's called. But there we go. He's let that bumper completely cure without forcing it. Build it all back up with all the stuff in it. See what it looks like. Hopefully it'll look alright in front of the car. I don't expect it to be a complete bang on match, but it looked better than it did when it turned up. That's the next thing. Let's get that bumper done. But right then, I'll give this a bit of a clean off after doing that engine service. I'll put my little winglet brackets back in there. These were a bit of a pain. These were all rusted, and like you say, we fixed all them. I'll give them a lick of paint, both sides. Yeah, I put a bit of red oxide in there. You can see there the ring just starting to collect a bit of water in there, but I think what we're going to do is get this bumper on. Now, I've done the bumper. Here we go, look. I think it's dried all right. Hopefully it's going to match up when we put it on. I built it all up. It's a bit of a pain to do, to be honest. All the bits and bobs had to go in. The supports at the sides here. There's quite a bit on this. If you look there, there's quite a bit going on with this bumper, so hopefully we'll have it on, and let's see what it looks like on the car and see if it actually matches up, shall we, and see what it looks like. It's a bit of a polish up, doesn't it? But I think it looks a lot better, doesn't it? It's not a bad match, that is it? Considering we've done it like an edge to edge match. So another good mix of paint there. Just need to give it a wash off. Like, it's just water from sanding it. Right, so we're going to fix this headlight. Well, we're going to try use these. They go in this, and they go in the end of this gun. See these advertised, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. It wasn't expensive. You get loads of different ones. You get ones with points on for corners, but I quite using this type. And what we'll try to do is we'll try and sort this headlight out with it. But what I don't think it's going to work, to be fair, but we can give it a go. I've stuck it with that stuff, so it might. Let's try and get one in there. So what you do is you heat it up. I don't think it might struggle to get through the plastic and right through into everything, but what you can do is you just want to put the electrodes in like that. I can do, you see, is put these in and then bend these over and get some sort of like a mesh built up with them. Does it work, sort of? Oh. It's enough to hold that light in. I know it don't look pretty, but it might do in a minute or two. What we'll do is just cut these. Hopefully going to hold it, so we'll get some stuff on it now and try and just make it look a little bit better. So I've left them bits in there a little bit just for something to bond it to. Let me get some stuff and see if we can at least make it look a little bit better. Right, bit of plastic filler. Never said it's going to be pretty, but I think that'll be alright. Right, let that dry, we'll come back to it and so it'll take a minute to get this off my hands. Waiting for that headlight to do its business and go off, I thought, well, you know, let's try and install this one. I'm hoping that I am right and they come out through here. Otherwise, I don't be taking that bumper if I'll never get it off. I think it went something like this. Let's drop the bonnet on this one and just see what it looks like, shall we? Dropping all that wing under and everything. There we go. I think it looks okay. So let's go look at that other one, and then we'll give it a bit of paint and we'll see what it looks like. I can tell by the noise of them fighters are going round in a circle now. Probably doing about 500 mile an hour though, but they just go round. It looks really good. What a racket. So there we go, let's just put a bit of spray paint on it. Bit of matte. Not the prettiest repair, but that goes underneath anyway. But we'll let that dry for a bit. same minute when you're doing something you don't know what you're doing. In my case, that's most days. Annoying, isn't it, when you've worked it out. That's what we're here to do, well. I think so. Right. So there we go. So I've put the wheel arches back on it, I've put the wheels back on it, and it's here on the garden. What do you think to it? You like it? The bumper looks alright. Somebody used to say, you won't see it at 60 mile an hour on a motorway on a foggy night. So there we go. It's alright. It's not a professional job. It's not, but it's shining. It's like a silvery paint. I found the paint very. I think maybe I should have painted this like a base coat white, and then painted it this silver. Silver seems to be like an oyster colour. It seems to show everything. I am a professional painter. Somebody better do that. Make the car look rubbish, wouldn't it? But yeah, I've done the best I can with it. The paint was like 25 quid, so to paint that bumper be a fortune. Second-hand bumpers like 300 or 400 quid for this. So luckily we've salvaged it. All the damage is fixed on it now. So might as well show you it. There we go. Look, all the damage down there that we had at the front and at this side here. I don't think I've done a bad job repairing all that damage, to be honest, for someone like me that's not really good at much these days. Yeah, obviously our show plates are on there, so you don't have to worry about that. Motor Parts Direct for all the brakes, front rears, oil filter, oil, everything like that. And if you want some oil and filter, just stick your reg in the FIA website and it will show you the car, your car registration, all the oils that you need for different temperatures and stuff, gearbox oil, engine oil. So please check them out. Round the back, I think it looks smart. I think there's very minimum damage to this. It might have been a second car for someone, to be honest. It's when I've cleaned it up, it's come up really well. You know, it's 58 plates. It's quite an old car now. Yeah, there we go. Shines right white. Like I said, it's just bumper damage, wasn't it, and a bit of a service. There we go. Inside, so we'll show you inside. I think you've seen inside, haven't you? This has the added extra of these vents, so Catherine and that will find these quite handy. Blows warm air through them. There's a fan in the seat. We need to sort this seat out. I will try find a pair of seats for it if I can. But yeah, it's not good this, so I haven't forgot about that. And it obviously activated the dashboard for me then, didn't it? So I could see all the temperatures and stuff with that airbag sorted out. That's good. You know, I know I've bodged it, but we'll sort it. I think inside it could do with some mats. I'll order some of them cheap ones. And yeah, I think it's come up reasonably well. Salvage car, shiny car. So we like the new name, Salvage and Shine. Hopefully it shines in the sun. But the one biggest problem with this car wasn't actually repairing it. The biggest problem I've got with this car now is running it. The road tax on this is absolutely horrendous. It is for what that is. So the car, to give you an idea, the car was about 620 quid. Spent 20 quid on paint. Again, the distance pads are supplied. To tax this car for 12 months, it's about the same as what I paid for it, 620 quid. I think it might be 640 or 660, 665 I think rings a bell, but I'm not sure. The car was 966 quid, all in fees a lot. However, it's over 600 quid to tax it. So what we do is I'm going to tax it, run it, and then run it again in the summer and just sawn it. I'm not going to start parting ways with it, so we will keep it running. We won't let that tax thing beat us. We're going to keep it on the road somehow and enjoy it. And I'm sure up in the Lake District and stuff we'll have some good times in it. Need to see if the gears work, everything else. I don't know when last time it was ran, but yeah, lots of muck in the rubbers and stuff. You know, it's just really awkward to get out. So it's maybe been parked up a while. There was a bit of sand, wasn't there, in the airbox. Whether it lived near a seaside, I don't honestly know. Hopefully it'll drive all right, and I'll see you all in the next video. Doing what? No idea. But it might be a van. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.